good, people? This is your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Folks, if this is your first time to the platform, I welcome you, and in welcoming you, I ask that you please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button to help me get this video out as far into the YouTube world as I possibly can via your recommendations. Folks, let's talk about Arthur Smith. I believe in Arthur Smith. I put that tweet out this morning, and so many people liked, commented, retweeted. Shout out to every single one of you folks that took the time to go ahead and drop a comment under that statement. I greatly appreciate it. But most definitely, let's talk about Arthur Smith, man. I, for one, can't admit that I was wrong on a lot of things that I've said in the past about Arthur Smith without really doing the homework on our head coach. We got a good one, folks. We have a good one, and you know, back in 2021 when he was announced as our head coach, he was put in place for a reason. Why was that reason? You got to look at the work that he did with Tennessee in that 2020-2021 year. He orchestrated a beautiful offense. He had the likes of Derrick Henry rushing for 2,000 yards, which is unbelievable. He took at the time, Rook A.J. Brown, and helped him get over the 1,000-yard mark with 1,075 yards. He took a journeyman and Ryan Tannehill, who played for the Dolphins previously and then made his way to Tennessee, and helped him throw for orchestrated an offense that helped him throw for over 3,800 yards with 33 TDs and 8 INTs. And before then, Ryan Tannehill was really not a quarterback that struck fear in the hearts of any defenses or any NFL teams. His last statistical output with Miami, he threw for over 4,000 yards, but that's because of the style of offense that he was in. But when paired with Arthur Smith, it kind of revitalized his career in a sense and put him on the map for the time being. So fast forward to now, what Arthur Smith has is a guy in Desmond Ridder that only started 4 games, which I know that he's going to simplify this offense for Desmond Ridder. And dare I say, I believe Desmond Ridder can have stats just as good or if not better than Ryan Tannehill did in 2021 or 2020, excuse me. You see the supporting cast that the Falcons have surrounded Desmond Ridder with. We picked Bijan Robinson 8th overall. We have a holdover in Tyler Algier. Those two gentlemen are going to make Desmond Ridder's life a whole lot easier to make the best decisions possible with all the weapons that are surrounding him. Drake London is still here, of course. We've added Scotty Miller, Matt Collins. We traded for Jonnu Smith. And, oh, by the way, we're getting Kyle Pitts back. I know that those two don't have a chemistry at the moment, but when that chemistry does come about, it's going to be a thing of beauty. And I'm really excited to see what Arthur Smith now can do in his traditional 2 tight end set looks for this offense. So let's talk about that 2020 offense with Tennessee and what Arthur Smith was able to do with a heck of a lot less impact players. So in that year, I like mentioned Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Jonnu Smith was there, and a bunch of role players if you go ahead and you research the team. But what Arthur Smith was able to do on offense that year for that team was unbelievable. He racked up over 6,300 yards of total offense, more than 59 touchdowns, total offensive touchdowns, averaged 30 points per game. And you're talking about numbers that were neck and neck with Kansas City, who was made a Super Bowl appearance that year, and Buffalo Bills. Kansas City and Buffalo, 2 of the highly regarded offenses in this league, and Arthur Smith was able to be neck and neck with those teams respectively in that year. So I have all the confidence in the world that Arthur Smith can now mimic that same success with a full deck of players with our Atlanta Falcons. I know the last 2 years has been really difficult. You talk about the Falcons being in dead cap hell. We really couldn't sign anybody. But Terry and Arthur have done a masterful job, even in those 2 years, respectively, to keep us as competitive as we possibly could be. So fast forward to now, where the wallet opened up, a lot of players were acquired, mainly off on the offensive line and defensive line, but mainly offensively because this is the topic on Arthur Smith. So I think the best is yet to come for Arthur Smith. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is going to be Arthur Smith's first year as a head coach, as it pertains to working with the number of talents that he has. I know him and Dave Ragone are gonna dice up some defenses. I can almost guarantee that. I feel good and where this team is going offensively. I have faith in Arthur Smith, man. I think he's going to really have the Falcons spoken of and in a top 5 manner this year. I'm giving him high praise. I know I am. I know that Desmond Ridder really only has 4 games under his belt, but what he did with Ryan Tannehill, I think he can mimic and do the same with Desmond Ridder, point blank period. So my faith and trust in Arthur Smith is pretty high right now, with all things said. Just doing the research on what he did in Tennessee, there's no reason why he can't do the same with Atlanta this year. So that's my belief and trust in Arthur Smith right now. But folks, if you care to chime in, care to let me know your thoughts, drop those comments, join the debate. Let's have fun. This is your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Drop those comments. Let me know what you guys think about Arthur Smith. Are you optimistic in his play calling abilities this year? I know I am, and I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, and the Falcons will shock the world. Peace.